Hello and welcome to the Black Cat Intuitive channel. Today I'm doing a reading on the Doordash girl. So I'm talking about the one who went to somebody's house, did a delivery, and saw that he was in a clothing challenge state. He was in a clothing challenge state, and she really took offense to that, but I don't believe he came to the door, but he was kind of laying down in kind of a slothful state, and she photographed him, and now there's a big kerfuffle because she released the information, or the video of him, and so I believe his name was Austin, and I believe her name was Olivia or Liv, but I think those are the names. But I'll just get the energy in my head and tune into that. So I'm going to be asking like different questions about that, because people wonder, okay, what is this woman thinking? Does she she's it seems that she's really blowing this out of proportion. Like I don't think he came towards her or tried to attack her in any way. He was in a state of clothing challenged, right? He was clothing challenged, but she took a picture or video of him being in that clothing challenged state and put it into in TikTok. So now the charges are going back on her. So it's really, we want to ask questions. We want to get to the bottom of all this. And also in this video, I'm going to figure out, is there a past life component to that? Because oftentimes when these play out in these realities, there's like a past life component between like Olivia and the guy that was in this situation. So we're going to, Olivia and Austin. And so the first question we're going to ask is, what does Olivia think about this situation? What does she truly think about the situation? I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of chaotic energy because her thinking, quite frankly, seems to be quite unhinged, if you will. But we'll say, what is Olivia Liv, the woman in the TikTok or the Doordash. It was Doordash, I believe. Yeah, Doordash. What does she truly think of the situation today? Today is whatever today is, on Monday in December. What does she think of this situation? What does she truly think of this situation? So that could get me complicated. But let's go. What is Olivia or Liv, the woman in the I'm hearing she thinks this, but she doesn't think it. Worry. Okay, 9 of Swords. This is what I heard. I got the worry card. I called it the worry card. And what I got is she thinks this, but she doesn't think this. So worried, but it's like there's so much denial. She has a very fractured psyche. Yes, a very fractured psyche. And 9 of Swords is about worry. Is absolutely but it's like she's in denial of her own basic emotional self. And this is actually why, like, I'm hearing she has a very strong pathology where she's just in denial of her emotional self. I'm hearing she's a very truly sick individual. And it's like she doesn't, what she feels, it's almost like, okay, she has all this emotional feeling like out there. Oh, he, like, hysteria, anger about this incident, right? He essayed me, even though he didn't. Did he? No, he was, he was on the couch. Austin, if that's his name, Austin was on the couch naked. But she has this emotionality, and it's almost like she's making up for what she feels. Like, she feels worried, but she can't feel what she truly feels. Like, extremely, like, there's levels, I'm thinking there's levels of, she really feels worry, but she can't feel it, so it goes out in another way by anger and just spewing this into the world, this hysteria into the world. Interesting. A very sick individual. Let's see, what else does she truly feel? And she has a very unhinged energy, so it's like, I'm hearing she feels like a child. She feels Page of Pentacles. She feels like a child trying to get control. Interesting. A child trying to get control. A child trying to get, I'm hearing no one is going to get the better of me. No one's getting the better of me. No one's going to get the better of me. And it's like she came into this situation without such, I'm seeing this image of her going, going up to this situation with the Doordasher and being so, this tunnel vision. And it's like, does she believe? Yeah, she believes it. She's like, she's in her own tunneled world. She's in her own tunneled world trying to regain some sort of control. She wants to regain control. I'm hearing such a sick individual. So very sick. And 8 of Wands. And instead of going into herself and reflecting, like there's different people, like I don't know if you know what personality types, right? But there's people that will like go inward and reflect, and she's not that type. She has to, somehow she figures like with the 8 of Wands, moving forward, doing something. That's the way to make it better. I'm hearing that's the way to make it better is by Knight of Cups. And it's almost like she's trying to, I'm seeing this image of a circular loop. She's trying to find her emotional self again. And it sounds like a funny thing to say because she basically, she shows so much emotionality. So it's like, why would she be trying to find her emotion, herself? But that's what I'm getting. She's trying to find her emotional self, and she's not putting this on. Like, she really does believe it. I mean, she is putting, I'm not saying what she says makes any sense. I'm not saying that at all. But she really thinks that like something wrong happened, and then people are like, well, what the F? Like he was just naked on, or should I say that on YouTube? I don't know. Like he was clothing challenged. He was just on a couch and just like, but it's like she's trying to find like something. I'm seeing this image of her being so conked out of her body, and I'm hearing by previous trauma, like that she's had, and I should add, this is for entertainment purposes only, so I'm not diagnosing anybody, but it's like she has this, I'm seeing this image of her being conked out of her body by like previous trauma, and now she thinks like everything is that, like she's like, I'm seeing this image of her whole like being like somehow like, and I don't want to trigger warning, but she's like, it's like she's had some previous violent trauma done to her, and I'm not sure exactly what type, or if I should put that on YouTube, but she's now, it's like she's like something happened that removed her from her body, and she's trying to get back to her emotions by doing this, and it's obviously in a like not, doesn't make any sense, right? It's like, I mean, unless he like kind of like went after her or actually showed signs of that, but it's kind of like she just latched onto this, and she's trying to get back to her emotional self and make sense of previous trauma by doing this. And she's like, she's almost, I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask another question. Okay, the next question is, does she know or care? I'm going to write down the timestamp for this. Does she know or care what she looks like to others? Like, does she, like, you know what I mean? Her perception of how she is perceived in the world. Like, how do like, how does she perceive other people perceiving her? Does she perceive it? Does she care about it? Like, does she care that people like perceive her as being like unhinged and not really in line with reality? Does she care about that? Let's ask. She's just okay. I got Two of Pentacles, and it's like she's just woo woo. She's so in her narrative, almost to the point like she's almost like possessed. Like she's almost like possessed with this emotionality. With it, you see that the Two of Pentacles going back and back, and it's like she just circles, and she can't seem to understand. Okay, there's all this. I mean, this has become quite a internet sensation, but she just can't. Like, I know if I was in this situation, probably if you were in this situation, and like all this energy was directing on me, I'd feel a little bit nervous. I'd feel a little bit like, oh dear, like traumatized. But she's so stuck in this loop. Like she's in this loop over and over again, and it's just like, and people are just befuddled, because how can you, now you're going to court and you're sticking with the same story. And it's like, and she's like, I haven't watched a lot of it, but I watch like the last couple days I've watched like maybe 10-15 minutes of it, and it's like she's just like, I am the victim here, and it's just like, and it's just like she's just like, and she truly feels like she is, like she really feels like this is not a pretentious, like, even, is it attention getting? Kind of, but not in the way that people think. Like it is, yeah, but it's sort of like, it's in the sense she truly thinks that she's deserving of this guy being in like prison. He should be imprisoned. And it's just like, she truly thinks he should be, he should be imprisoned for this. So when somebody's thinking this way, it's very like Five of Swords. Yeah, she wants the worst possible. Like he should be locked up. He should be like, I'm hearing all these like really stuff. I don't even want to like he should lose his ding dong. That's what I'm hearing. That he should be like, it's just, even going into her head, it is such an reaction to this situation. It's actually astounding. It's like, and it's not she's doing this not for attention in the way people would think. Like, it's not like she's like, okay, I want to make 1 million views on TikTok, even though she wants to make 1 million views on TikTok, or I don't know if she already have. I don't really go on TikTok, but it's like if she wants that, it's from a place of being justified. It's not for like, well, I want them. It's not like, oh, I want to just. It's not from a place of like deceptive. I'm gonna twist this around and get money on TikTok. No, it's from a place she really believes it. Like he should be in prison for, I'm hearing 400 years, 500 years, 1,000, 5,000 years. Like, I just am hearing in her head like all these like absolute. He should lose his you know what I mean. I won't put it on YouTube, but he shouldn't have it anymore. He shouldn't be allowed to like be on the like planet, or that's the thing. I'm getting just such a extreme. So I'm hearing, yeah, some trauma, and I'm hearing like I could go into what it is, but I'm hearing it's not the right time, or it's not the right like I shouldn't, but it's some sort of trauma where she was like, she's had a previous trauma that she's basically almost doesn't realize. So she's just like making everybody else the villain now, because there's something obviously not right with this lady. There's absolutely, and I'm not saying, because I can imagine how bad this guy Austin must feel to have his, because I mean the reality is she violated him with that putting the video on TikTok, but she's truly an unhinged woman. So the question I'm going to ask next is there a past life component to this? Because oftentimes I find that there is like a past life, especially if these sort of incidences that blow up in social media, like the central part Karen comes to mind, who just do these unhinged things that play out, or these kind of, even something like Ritea Parsons. There's often a past life. It's like a replay of something that's happened in a past life, I find oftentimes, or like it's just something bad has happened before, and then it's kind of like working itself out in a different way, in a different timeline. Stuff that's happened on different timelines, it starts to work itself out on a different timeline. So what I'm going to ask now is there a past life or parallel life component to this? Is there a past life or parallel component to this? Okay, 1, 2. Oh, this shot out to. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there a past life component? Interesting. I'm hearing like he shamed her before. Okay, yes, this is what I'm hearing. He shamed her before in a past life. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that he shamed her. I'm not getting that he violated her in a past life, but, or maybe there's I don't, I'm going to go further into this, but he shamed her. So now she feels that she's shaming him. So let's get more get more into this. So I'm getting that he shamed her in a past life, and now she's like shaming him. Like, surprise, like she's just so overrun by emotionality that like almost like this experience in a past life combined with her present day unhingement is like, it's just portaling. It's like this past life situation is portaling, and she just has no she's truly unhinged. Like she's like any emotion that she feels is true. And I got that too with that woman. I can't remember. It was in A Good Neighbor. That I can't remember her name. I know what she looks like. I can't really remember her name right now. But she was so unhinged, and she would constantly do these things in public, just spewing these things. And she eventually unalived somebody, unfortunately, The Good Neighbor, who was Susan Lawrence or something. I can't remember. But she was that kind of emotionality. And then, not saying she's the same thing, but it's kind of like they justify their emotions, sweep them away, and they have no way to come back to 0 point. No way to come back to 0 point. But back to this past life. I got that she perceived that he shamed her, and he might have in a past life. I'm thinking, oh, maybe did he violate in her past life? I'm thinking he shamed her by being haughtiness. Like, she perceived she would never find someone, like, I don't know, it's like he publicly humiliated her. I'm seeing this image of like someone in a dress, a beautiful dress, and then I'm hearing, did he do something? No, I don't think he did even anything bad in that past life either. I'm trying to find, because I'm thinking, did he do something to her in the past? Like, he humiliated her, like, by, like, I'm hearing best friend. Like, it was kind of, I'm seeing nice dresses. It's a reality. Like, I'm hearing, like maybe when there was lots of sort of drama around humans, like, he went with her best friend and everyone knew, or something, or somebody who she perceived was her best friend, even though the person really wasn't her best friend. But like, yeah, I'm just seeing this image of like this beautiful dress, her wearing a beautiful dress, and him being like, nope, I'm going with the, like, he went with the, like, it's almost like she had all this money, And maybe this is why she's gotten into the pattern. I have no idea what her financial situation is now. No idea. But in this past life, it's kind of like she got used to getting away with things. Like, because her family was rich and he didn't want her. Like, he didn't want her. He wanted her best friend. But it wasn't even, it was kind of a friend. But she made it into this thing like, it was like her best friend, and he just kind of, he did something to like embarrass her by going out with her friend who didn't have as much money, like, or something, or didn't have as much like, I don't know, clout, but he went with but I'm hearing that there's, Lord. So a time when it was kind of a Lord. You see that Lord? It's a time when like there was all this drama and social posturing, because like now it's a little bit different. I'm not saying that there isn't like social posturing, but in the era that this happened, I'm sensing that it's kind of like it's an era where it's like marrying who you married was everything, and it's like, and it was like she wanted, like, it's so weird. I'm hearing she didn't even want him, but she wanted, like, she thought he should be with her because of posturing, but he wanted somebody who he truly wanted, who was a little bit more sort of socially plain, but he didn't, like, she was more like sort of had the nice dresses, like daddy had a lot of money, like kind of more of a lord stature, but he wanted somebody more like plainer financially or something. And then Sai, and then she was just like, so it's kind of like she's gotten into these, he's had a lot of lifetimes where she's had, where people just had to go along with her whims. She's had a lot of high social status lifetimes where it's kind of like people would go along with her whims. Like, she almost even looked the same way. Like, I'm hearing like 5 lifetimes like this. Like, she looked the same way, even. Like, just like the hair looked the same way. Like, her voice even sounded the same way. Like, it's kind of like she'd be really like not getting her own way was not was not with something she went along with. And reunion, and it's sort of like something about it went really hearing like he rejected her. He, in this past life, he went with her best friend, but it was like she made it into this huge drama too, even though, and like he kind of just wanted to like just go with like kind of quiet. He kind of just wanted to like kind of a quiet person, and then he wanted somebody quiet as well. That's what I'm hearing. He wanted somebody, he's kind of like low key. He wanted kind of like, I'm seeing he kind of was with somebody with brown and straight hair who wasn't like loud and obnoxious, but just kind of moderately pretty, a little bit lower status, but not extreme. Like, he just kind of wanted somebody calming and not so extreme, but she just took it to the extreme. And I'm hearing that like this has been like this is just one lifetime. It's kind of like there's many lifetimes like this where they've kind of like clashed heads. And maybe I'm hearing maybe like a while back, like I'm hearing like 18 lifetimes ago, there were times he did sort of like did do some bad things to her, but it's like way back, and it kept on. It's just this cycle that just turned into this big thing, and it did turn into this thing in front of, although there wasn't social media, it was like 500 people, which was a lot in this area, were talking about it. So it's this whole thing of like, she accuses him of something and they're talking about it. She accuses him of something and he's like, everyone's talking about it. But I'm hearing like way back, there may have been like a lifetime where there was really actually some nefarious things that went on, but then it just turned into like, it kind of cycles. It's kind of like, like, you know how, oh, every 9 years this happens again. It kind of started as something bad, like where somebody did unalive someone, like they did do bad things to each other. Like one lifetime he may have done something bad, she may have done something really bad, and then it just turned into this like drama every like 30 or 9 years or something. It kind of like turns into this drama now, and it just comes back lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Okay, so what I'm going to ask now is that okay, what timestamp are we on? Okay, so 25:29. 25:29. What I'm going to ask now is, what does he think about it? So his name is Austin, I believe. That's what I heard, but I don't know if that's his actual name. But nonetheless, we'll just tune into the guy, the clothing challenged guy on the couch. His what does he feel about what happened? What is happening now? What does he feel? What does he feel about, you know, his schlong? We'll say his that being sort of put all over TikTok. I mean, I would feel if my nether regions were placed all over TikTok, I know I would feel, okay, he feels, okay, 9 of Wands. I'm hearing he's feeling a lot of different things. He's feeling about 6 things, but one thing he feels is defensive. 9 of Wands, which kind of makes sense, because if the whole world is seeing your schlong on TikTok, I would feel defensive. So that's the defensive. He kind of feels trapped too, I'm feeling, because I'm hearing angry, confused. Okay, justice. He feels... I'm hearing, like, he's feeling angry and confused. He's feeling that some justice is coming back, though. He's feeling that some justice... I'm hearing him going, oh my goodness, this is just, like, what am I going to do with this? Like, he doesn't really know, like, he's kind of, okay, I'm hearing too, he's kind of like, is anyone in my life going to reject me because of this? That's what I'm hearing too with the 5 of Pentacles. He's feeling like, this is just too much, I'm hearing. It's just like he's been thrust into something that is just... I'm hearing, yeah, also will people in my life accept me after this? Like, he's kind of like, he feels quite violated, but it's like, he's concerned that people don't, like, accept him. Like, that's the most important thing, is that people accept him after this. That's what I get. Like, people in his, like, family, friend group, that's kind of the most important thing to him. And then let's see what else. 2 of Cups. And he doesn't want this to sort of ruin his opportunities, I'm hearing. Like, it's like a whole bunch of different areas of his life. He doesn't want to have, like, his opportunities taken away from him because of this. Like, he's feeling paranoid and defensive, like, and I'm hearing there's a part of him, he finds it a little bit alarming, but a tiny part of him finds it kind of funny as well too. Like, now that people, I'm hearing it is quite traumatic for him. Like, it was very, like, traumatic, but now that it's kind of settling out, like, I'm like hearing, I wouldn't be surprised if he at first had a bit of if he has some PTSD from this. I'm hearing, and get PTSD, like, he has some, like, it's like, yeah, I'm hearing the word PTSD even from this. Like, this has definitely traumatized him for sure. Like, it's definitely, yeah, giving him some PTSD. And 3 of Pentacles, well, this is the one about being exposed. He's kind of thinking, what do I want to, am I going to, like, talk to the media about this? He's just kind of, like, going through, like, scrolling. I'm hearing the word scrolling through all his options. He's kind of like, he goes option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and goes back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he goes to the top again, and then the top again of all the options. Like, what do I do? He's trying to be analytical about it, but yeah, it's really traumatic for him. 5 of Cups. He feels, like, confused, like, is this a bad thing? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Or what is this gonna? He's kind of waiting it out. But I'm hearing at first, when this first happened, like it was really like traumatic. Like I'm hearing like, yeah, it's like he's kind of stored the energy of being traumatized of this person doing this and then just being so out of control. Like it's like I'm seeing an image of like a chaotic, out of control train, and he's just like, and then he's just kind of calculating the situation. Like what he's glad that now he's very, very, very glad that now people are kind of are sort of on his side, so to speak, and are not like, because he wouldn't want to be like he wouldn't want to be like seen as that, as a creep, so to speak. So he's glad that people that they kind of seeing what happened. He's glad for that. But it's just, and what does he think of, okay, should I just do this into another, I think I might, should I do one more? Because I was going to ask, okay, maybe I'll do one more question. And what does he think of her? What does he feel towards her? That's an interesting one. And then I'll just end this reading because I don't want to get it too long, right? But 31 at 17. Okay. What does Austin or the clothing challenged guy, what does he think of Olivia? Does he feel anger? Does he fear her? Does he laugh at her? What does he think of her? The Tower. He's thinking, okay, the Tower, which is you have did I hear destroy? It's another word, destroy. You have like completely upended. I'm hearing the word upended, and I'm hearing at first it was destroy, but now that he's thinking, okay, you've upended my life. You've upended, and worry. Like the Tower is the ultimate, like you change everything, you like look at it, right? You attack someone's sort of structure of stability. The Nine of Swords, he's definitely worried about it. He's trying to be less worried about it. King of Wands, he's trying to sort of, okay, but what does he feel about her? The King of Wands, to be honest, he doesn't really, okay, what does he think about her? He's actually still in a bit of, or he's been in shock. I'm hearing at first it was anger. And it's interesting because shock, normally, at first it was anger, but now it's kind of a mix of anger and shock. So what does he think about her? What does he think about her? He doesn't really know what to think. The High Priestess is like kind of the mystery. He's like, who is this woman? Why is she upending my life like this? Like, what is this? What is she, like, he's almost confused by her. Like, I'm hearing, there was anger at first. But then it just became like, what is this? Now he's just like, who is this woman? Like, but I'm hearing he's very glad that now society seems to understand what happened, right? Society seems to understand, but he's just anger to confusion to, like, who is this woman? 7 of, what is going on with her? Like, is she, like, she seems to really have it, she really seems to have it out for me, but, like, I think he's even thought of talking to her, but he's afraid. I mean, here he's afraid to even like she's, and honestly, I'd be a little afraid too to sit down with her. He's kind of like she seems a little bit like someone who's unhinged. But the Eight of Pentacles, he's kind of trying to refocus his mind. I'm hearing refocus your mind. But it's like he's so intermingled in this. It's hard to energetically find your balance after something. But I'm hearing, yeah, anger to like shock and anger to like confusion. Like, and just wanting to like, it's, I think the anger has gone down now that he recognizes that this isn't going to like he's not going to be branded a a perv for life or anything. He's now that he realizes that she's like that people kind of most the the internet, they're kind of figuring out that like something's wrong with this person. The anger has gone dissipated. Now it's like it's just like it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of like goes here, but the anger has dissipated now that the shock has gone. He's just kind of like, but he's like here, he's there. He's just like, what does he think about being on the internet? It's kind of like, my life will never be the same. My life will never be the same. What do I think about that? Like, what do I think about that? Like, there's like what the L and well, almost like, will I be able to socialize with people in the same way? Like, it just, like, it's almost a sense of paranoia. Like it's affected every aspect of his life. Just, yeah, it's affected many aspects. Even, it's just energetically affected him. Yeah. And just, it's, yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about this. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. It's for entertainment purposes only. It's interesting to tune into other videos where I tune into various topics. All right. Okay. Bye-bye.